Okay, the last thing that we're going to cover in this tutorial is actions, which are basically little mini programs that you can run within Photoshop. So Photoshop has a series of pre-made images or pre-made actions in here, and let's run one of them just so that you can see what they do. So if I choose this wood frame action and hit play, image size must be minimum 100 pixels wide and 100 pixels tall. Okay. So it's taking, it's going through and adding a bunch of steps to this photograph or to this image to add in a wood frame, and this is not something you should ever do, but you can see kind of what an action is as an effect or as a result. So it went in and made all of these different things, and I can't go back all of the way. Unfortunately, I should have saved my image before doing that. So here, snapshot 1. So this is before it went through any of the actions. But the nice thing is that I can make my own actions, right? So I don't really want to cast a shadow. Some of these are ones that I've made myself. But basically, to make a new action, let's make something and then we can see what it does as a result. So let's say, I don't know, what do we want to do? We want to make black and white and scale. So once we tell it we want to make a new action, it's recording, which is kind of like VCR buttons down here or DVD buttons down here. It's recording, so it's keeping track of everything that I do from now until I tell it to stop. So I'm going to image, adjust, hue and saturation. I want to desaturate the entire image in that layer and hit OK. And I can do this for layers or for the entire document. And then I want to, let's say I want to scale the whole thing down, so I want to image size, and I want the width of it to be 6 inches, and hit OK. And so if I stop there, you can see that my make black and white and scale has 2 different actions underneath it. If I open up something new, let's say file, open, let's see, see what image I have in here to work with. We'll go back to this one of the student model. We can run this set of commands again. So if I do this, I'm going to make it black and white and I'm going to scale it down to 6 inches wide, right? So it did all of that automatically. It doesn't so much make sense if I'm doing it between one image and the other, but if I've taken a bunch of photographs of something and I want to make the same thing happen to each of them, or if I'm trying to format a bunch of images for, you know, a group of things that I want to have on a presentation board, making an action so that you don't have to do the same thing, you don't have to click the same set of commands over and over again, can be pretty helpful. You can also go in and set it to kind of stop and ask you questions. So if in the image size I wanted it to pause and let me enter what size images I wanted, in case I wanted to have some adjustability in that, you can do that too. So you toggle on and off this box here, and you can also choose to have it only do certain things within an action. So for example, let me make this a little bit bigger. This is one delete model photo background. So this had quite a few more actions to it, but it let me go through and take the background out of a bunch of model images that all had been photographed at the same time. So actions are really a good thing to know. Basically don't ever use the preset Photoshop ones. We don't want to turn anything into molten lead. I don't even know what that is. Who knows what's happening? Oh, that's interesting. We don't want to do that. But you can make your own actions, right? So you can make your own things that you want to have happen to your image. Okay?